The holiday season is upon us, and in today's video I would like to talk about how we can be healthy during Christmas while we also enjoy it. This is not only for the sake of being healthy, but also because a lot of us have already done a life reset before 2024, and a lot of us will be doing this during Christmas, and I am including myself in it because I think a life reset takes a very long time. And there's a lot of people that don't do a life reset before the new year actually comes because they know Christmas is coming. It's full of plans, it's full of unhealthy habits, and they just don't think they can maintain it. Or a lot of people do a life reset, they manage to be on track, and then after Christmas they just have to do the whole work again because they just fell out of the habits that they built. So I don't know if this is the case for you, but for a lot of us, Christmas involves a lot of plans, and these plans generally involve a lot of eating and a lot of sitting. It also involves binge watching TV shows, binge watching Christmas shows, which again involves having a very sedentary life. And don't get me wrong, I love these plans, I love this so much and I enjoy it, but also having too much of these plans can really affect us. So I just want to share some tips on how we can gain control over these situations and these plans and not letting these plans have control over us. So the first thing that I would like to advise you is to get rid of the all or nothing mindset. And what I want to say here is for you just to keep on going or try to keep on doing the healthy habits that you have already built for yourself, that you have already gotten used to. And it's okay if you cannot do all of the habits, but that doesn't mean that you cannot do some of them. I'm going to use a very easy example. I used the example last year, and honestly I think it's the best example that I can use because it's basically what happens to me, and it's something that I really struggle and something that I really try to avoid. Imagine you have your morning routine, and your morning routine involves waking up very, very early. It involves having your immune shot, your vitamins, your probiotics. Then you journal, you meditate, then you go to work out, and so on. So normally these morning routines, you're used to do them on a daily basis. So maybe you're not able to do it during Christmas holidays, let's say because maybe you go to bed very, very late one night because of the plans that you had. So maybe you're not going to be able to wake up early, but that doesn't mean that when you wake up, you just have your vitamins, your immune shot, and your probiotics. Or that you meditate and you journal. Maybe you're too tired to work out, but that doesn't mean that you cannot go for a walk. So this is what I mean with the all or nothing mindset. Let go of that mindset and just try to do what the day allows you to do, if I'm making sense. The next tip is to practice mindful eating. As I mentioned before, the Christmas holidays come with a lot of eating, and generally this overeating involves a lot of unhealthy foods. This can lead to digestive issues such as bloating, gas, discomfort, which can then lead to acid reflux, indigestion, and then development of gastrointestinal disorders. During these holidays, some unhealthy foods are really high in refined sugars, and this can trigger inflammation, and chronic inflammation can then lead to a lot of different diseases. So I'm not going to sit here naming every single thing that can happen when overeating unhealthy foods, but it's just for you to have an idea of what can happen. So I completely understand that during these holidays you just want to go out with your friends, with your family, go to the restaurant, or if you're home binge watching TV shows, you just want to have your favorite Christmas treats. That is totally understandable, and I do that myself. My tip here is to be mindful about it, to control the amounts, or maybe make sure that the days that you're staying in and you're not eating out in a restaurant, you eat healthy, or you eat less, or you practice some detox. Like, I don't know, I will have a smoothie, I will do some cleansing because I know the next day I'm going to be all day out eating a lot. And also, when you eat mindfully, instead of eating with an anxious mode, you're just being more slow when you're eating with your friends. You're more there, present in the moment, rather than, oh, this, and then I will eat this, and give me this. That is what I want to say with mindful eating. Eat intuitively and just like slow, and trying to enjoy that food of that moment with your friends or with your family. This leads me to the next advice. With a lot of eating, a lot of us increase our intake of alcohol. So I would like to advise you to drink a lot of water, and not just because of the increase of alcohol, and I'm not going to mention what alcohol does to us because I think we all know, but because being dehydrated can lead us to feel dizzy, it can lead us to have headaches, and it can lead us to the suppression of our immune system. So normally when we have a lot of plants, I don't know if this happens to you, but it does happen to me even when I'm working in the laboratory, when I'm moving all the time from one place to another without stopping, I forget to drink water. And during these days, it's crazy how less water I drink. So for this reason, I just want to advise you to keep in your mind to drink water, maybe set a reminder or something. But we need water to prevent our skin from drying out. We need water to help us release all of the toxins from our body. Water helps with our digestion. Water helps with the regulation of our body temperature. Water improves blood circulation, increases our energy, and prevents muscles from cramping. And since we're still talking about eating out, overeating, drinking alcohol, this leads me to the next step, which is take care of your gut health. Because with the amount of eating, the unhealthy foods, and the amount of alcohol, our flora can get disrupted. And this can affect our body with nutrient absorption, storing fat, and blood sugar levels regulation. So my tip here, apart from being careful of the amount of unhealthy foods that we put into our body and the amount of alcohol that we will put into our body during this season, of course, not everyone, is to have probiotics. In my case, I have probiotics all year long, but maybe if you want to have an extra care of your gut health, you can take your probiotic supplements. So the ones that I use are from the brand Seed. I have been using this for a very long time. I trust them completely. They really focus on the science and their research, and they have 24 strains of the good bacteria, and then they have the prebiotics, which is the food for the probiotics. Next tip is to open your windows, and this is not only during Christmas but the entire autumn and winter. We tend to be a lot in our house with the windows closed and the heater on, and this will increase the poor air quality, humidity imbalance, carbon dioxide accumulation. And again, I will not be here naming absolutely every single thing that can go wrong, but all of this together with overuse of heaters can lead to irritation of the respiratory passages and worsening any respiratory conditions that you may have, like asthma. So just make sure that from time to time, even though you're cold, you open up those windows and you let the fresh air in your home to make sure that you cleanse. The next thing, and this may not be your priority during this Christmas, but it's totally okay, is to move your body. I understand that you don't want to go to the gym, that you don't want to go to work out, that you just want to make plans with your family, with your friends, whether it's eating out or watching movies or whatever it is that you want to do, but just make sure to move your body a little bit. The human body was not made to have a sedentary life. It can really have negative effects on our health, from bones and joint problems to reduced immune function, to reduced lung function, mental health issues, and so on. So it's totally okay that you don't want to do an intensive workout, but at least just go for a walk. You can call your friends, your family, whoever you want on that walk. Just make sure you do some moving. And if you don't feel like going on a walk, maybe you can do some yoga, some yin yoga. Just make sure that you get your body moving and that you're not sitting down the entire day. My next tip is sleep. With the plans, with going to bed later, with getting up later, which happens to a lot of us, your circadian rhythm changes. So prioritize sleep during the holidays. Let's say, for instance, that you go to bed late. Make sure you get the hours of sleep that you need, and that you don't reduce those hours just because there's another plan that you don't want to miss, or just because you want to get up early to work. Just take care of yourself. Make sure that you get the hours that you need, and also not just the hours, but the fact that you get quality sleep. My next tip is balance. A lot of us, and I'm including myself here, we want to work and study during Christmas. You may have a project that you want to work on, or you may have exams. I have an exam in January, and you may want to use all the free time that you have, excluding plans with your friends and family, to study and work. And my point here is to find balance. You don't want to overstress, not only about the plans that you have, but all the study and work that you have to do. So I don't know if this advice that I'm going to give you works. I also shared it in the video from last year, but honestly it's really helpful, at least for me. I like making an over realistic view of my calendar. So in case something else pops up, I'm not too stressed about the fact that I didn't do something. And what I do is that I ask my mom or whoever is in charge of making the plans to tell me in advance when we're going to see our friends, our families, or just have an idea of how many plans and when those plans are going to take place. So I write it down in my calendar and I see what space left I have for work and study. So please just make sure that you balance so that you avoid stress and anxiety. And this takes me to my next step. Don't forget to take care of yourself. This is my next advice. Self-care is very important. So in that calendar, make sure to put some me time, some self-care, some self-love, to do the things that calm you down, that bring you joy, to just be there with yourself and your thoughts, maybe some meditation, maybe you want to prepare a bubble bath, maybe you just want some silence or some time to read your favorite book, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that is in your self-care practice, make sure that you put it in that calendar. It's all about finding balance, whether it's with eating, with the alcohol, with the plans, the moving your body. Everything is about finding balance. You can really enjoy Christmas holidays without overdoing the bad things that come in this season. This is mainly my message for today. I really hope that I'm getting my point and that these tips really help you. The reason why I do this video is because for several years now, apart from being super excited about these holidays, I also get extremely stressed. I'm a person that needs her time, her alone moment. I really want to work on my business. It's something that brings me extremely joy and motivation, and it's something that I'm passionate about. I also like taking some time to work on my articles, on my PhD, if I can study something. So I have seen myself in the past really struggle during this season, really not focusing on my goals or just losing myself with all that comes with the Christmas holidays. And I just wanted to make this video because there's a way of enjoying Christmas at the same time that keep on working on yourself and what you value. And yeah, I really hope that this video brought you inspiration and motivation. And if you ever need to talk, this is just a reminder that we have a community space. It's called Healthy Life Dreamers, and I'm there, and we are there to chat with each other and to support each other in this journey. I'm gonna say goodbye now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.